How much time do you devote preparing and practicing for what you're going to do on the telephone or face-to-face? Each customer you come in contact with wants to be done differently. And the only way to find that out is ask them, what's important to you, Mr. Customer? How would you like to have this done? And where would you like? Ask them. They'll tell you. Some things you can't give people. I can give you training. I can give you product knowledge. I can't give you these 7 things. You've got to have some of that because they're inherent. The professional tools, the communication tools of our profession. Without those tools, without any one of those 10, you're going to lose sales. You're going to lose repeat business. You're going to lose referrals.
Are you practicing on your customers? If so, you're losing sales. Marvin Montgomery, author of Practice Makes Perfect, has personally trained thousands of America's most productive salespeople. He's earned widespread national recognition and praise for his highly interactive, practice-oriented approach. You'll learn the same techniques Marvin has used to help hundreds of companies meet or exceed their sales goals. After listening to Marvin, you'll never again use outdated selling methods of trial and error or learn by doing. So get ready. You're about to be Marvinized.
How much time do you devote preparing and practicing for what you're going to do on the telephone or face-to-face? If it's like a lot of people I come in contact with, it's little or none. When you get on an airplane, when you go to the dentist, when you go to the doctor, or if you're going to have surgery, if we're going to give that doctor, that surgeon, that pilot a test on how prepared they are to take care of you, what would you like for them to get on that test? Think about it. 75%? 80? 65? Don't you want them to get 100% flying colors? Especially if they're flying you or they're operating on you. Now, if I gave you a test at the end on these 4 areas that I'm going to be talking about here today, would you get 100% on it? And if I brought you back in 6 months later for a refresher to get those credit hours, could you again get 100% on it? We need to be at the top of what we do all the time, 100% of the time. Not 65, not 55, not 85, but 100%. And if you think about it, you're only going to get there through preparation and practice. When you approach a customer, when a customer approaches you, when that telephone rings, when you're making that outgoing call, your job is to ask and listen. Because when you ask and listen, it automatically shows people what? That you care. Doesn't it? It shows people that you care. And don't we want to show our customers we care about them? Because if you show them how much you care, the sale will take care of itself. Ask and listen. There's other benefits of the caring. You also will get repeat business and referrals. That means once they know you care, they're going to come back to you. Then they're going to tell other people about you. Show people that you care. Move from this side to that side. Let's go back to those behaviors. This is a tough behavior to break, though. Because if you're in the habit of taking a deep breath and then explaining to me why you're here with me today, it's not going to work. Because now when you open up your mouth here, you're hoping what? Something you say hits the mark. When I open up my mouth and start talking over here, I'm doing what? I'm focusing in on your needs. How can I focus in on your needs? I've asked you. You go to the doctor's office. As soon as you walk in, the doctor sees you. He looks at you, gets a prescription pad and starts writing some things out, puts it in your hand. What are you doing, Doc? Oh, I know what's wrong with you already. Well, how do you know? You didn't do an exam. You didn't take any blood work. You didn't take my blood pressure. You didn't even listen to my pulse, my heart. How do you know? Oh, we know now. We've done this so many times. I mean, would you feel comfortable with that? Think about it. So why would we do that and take that approach with our customers? How in the heck can you go through a memorized, scripted presentation before you find out what my needs are? See, the other thing that will happen if you stay on this side, it will save you time. Think about it. It will save you time. Not only showing the customer that you care, but it saves time. It saves time. And the third area are those qualities. And if I was going to hire someone to be a salesperson, I would assess to see if they had these qualities. Because, see, some things you can't give people. I can give you training. I can give you product knowledge. I can't give you these 7 things. You've got to have some of that because they're inherent. Either you have them or you don't. Either you've embellished on them, either you brought those out or you don't. Because this is what customers are looking for when you're sitting in front of them or on the phone with them. And the first quality goes back to our definition. And I like to mention this one first because it's extremely important that we understand what I mean by listening. Because it's not just listening, but it's listening actively. And that's number 1 under those qualities. Actively listening. And there's a difference between listening and actively listening. And the reason why I say that is we all have what's called spare thinking time, which means we can think a great deal faster than what people are in front of us are speaking. And you all are using it right now. You know, some of you have already left me, but you've come back. You know, some of you have left, but still haven't come back yet. Now you're back. You're back. You're back now. Everybody's back now. But don't we have the capacity to do that? Ever sit in front of a client and drift off long enough to know that you didn't listen to what he just finished saying? And now he or she is annoyed because you asked them something that what? They've already told you. And you've already displayed to them that, well, maybe what I'm saying is not important then, if you're not paying attention to me. So we have to do some things to force ourselves, in a lot of cases, to actively listen to what the customer is saying. How many of you have already met someone here today that you'd maybe like to spend a little extra networking time with because there was a good connection? Let me see his hands. You met somebody here, hold him high. You met somebody here, thought, you know, be a good person. Thought, no, don't put him down yet. Just hold him up here. Okay, just keep him up now. Now, how many of you set up a time to meet with this person? You know, all the hands went down? No closure. That's the same thing we do at work too. Remember, you can't have an out-of-body experience. You're the same person here, and you're the same person at work. If you didn't book that time to meet with this person here, you ain't booking that appointment at work. It's not happening. Because we're creatures of habit. And that comes from, hey, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a long time. You know what? We need to get together. Yeah, let's get together. Great idea. Let's get together before the summer's over. Will you get together? No. It won't happen until someone of the 2 people says what? When. So when you're sitting there with that customer and you don't say when, you don't make that closing statement, nothing would happen. It's like people coming over your house at night and you're sitting there waiting for them to go home. They won't go home unless you ask them to go home. Unless you bring closure to that evening yourself. And if you're the kind of person that sits there and waits for them to excuse themselves and go home, it's a long night for you. You have to have different ways to ask for the order. Are you fearful of closing? If so, this is a tool that you need to work on.